There you go. All right. It took a little bit, but my stream is live. Okay. So yeah, like I had posted on Twitter before, something really wrong with my computer. I'm sorry if I'm talking a little slow. It's because as you guys see, this stream is called Buzz Stream. As I have here a little bit of ice cold lemonade and my good friend Jim Bean honey. Oh crap, my phone. Okay, my phone's okay. So I don't know how many people are watching. Probably none because I barely started. But hopefully you guys can hear me. Yeah, because I'm having to do this off my laptop. Fuck, I hope you guys can hear me. Ah, dang it. Okay, well, I just cursed. Oh well, everything's out the window. Okay, well, either way. So yeah, I've had a couple of these because I've been having trouble. I tried to connect it on a different computer I have at my house, but it didn't work. My microphone, you couldn't really hear my microphone. Dang, a little bit of Western came out there. But either way, I got it working on my laptop, so we're working from my laptop like the good old days. So I would like you guys, if you want, to, tell me stuff on the stream, tell me stuff on the chat, what you want to hear about, questions you want to ask about me. I'm going to start talking about stuff. The first thing I'm going to talk about, first thing I'm going to talk about is I'm going to tell you how the stream is going to work. I'm going to talk for a good little bit, like 20 minutes. Then I'm going to put a nice song on. Because of YouTube rules, it's going to be royalty-free song. But it's really good music, and I'll tell you guys who's it by and stuff like that. All the good stuff. And then it's just like a radio show. So, recent events. I'm not going to talk about like politics. I don't want to get my editor's hopes up because he's a huge politics fan. But I'm going to talk about other things that matter to me and probably most of my audience, like video games. Yeah. Okay. Video games. I just finished God of War. The new one, God of War. Holy shit. That game was insane. Like, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have never played any of the other God of Wars except with my friends. And, I've never played any of the other God of Wars except with my friends. But I decided, you know what? I have a PlayStation on my person, so might as well play the new God of War, right? And I know I've said this like 20 times, but holy moly, that game is incredible. Everything from the graphics to the voice acting. Like Judge, I wish I knew his first name. But Judge, Jesus, his voice for Kratos, it makes your whole body shake just by hearing it. And like they couldn't have gotten a better person for his voice. Corey Barlog, dude, you did a tremendous job producing this game. or not producing, I'm sorry, directing this game. I need to get my terminology straight. Like, I'm still playing it right now, and I'm replaying it on the hardest mode, and I can't even get past the first fight scene, at least on the, well, not the hardest mode. I'm playing on Give Me God of War right now, but I finished the game on Give Me a Balanced Experience, and the story was absolutely beautiful. If you're listening right now, I'm about to start giving spoilers, so you might want to stop listening if you don't like spoilers. So, this whole thing, it starts with, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. This whole thing, it starts with, Kratos and his son Atreus, on a magical journey through Wonderland. Now, it's actually quite a sad story. Kratos just lost his wife, and Atreus lost his mother, and Kratos is living the simple life of a human in Midgard, which is from Norse mythology. Let me take a drink. From Norse mythology, when most of the God of War games have taken place in Greek mythology. My opinion is Kratos just killed everybody in Greek mythology, so he's like, fuck it, going on to a different one. But yeah, it starts off with them gathering materials to cremate the wife, and the whole game, you're on a journey to spread your wife's ashes on the highest peak in all the realms. Simple objective, yeah, simple objective, but stupid fly. Yeah, simple objective, but the game gets complex because it goes through the, well, I guess complexities of a hard dad. Oh, that's not a good thing. Oh boy, those are important papers. Oh boy. Okay. Hopefully those dry. It goes through the complexity of stern and strict dad trying to be connected with his son, who he hasn't told him that he's a god. Like, he hasn't told him at all. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, he hasn't told him that he's a god, so it's crazy. Like, it starts off with, I think they showed this in the E3 demo, that it starts off with the hunt, that Kratos wants to see if his son is ready for the journey up ahead, because they need to, Kratos thinks that the journey to the highest peak in all the realms is going to be dangerous, which he's not wrong about. It's very true. And he wants to see if his son is ready to take all the combat, which I don't see how killing a deer proves that. But, to each their own. Kratos has his own parenting style. I'm not a parent, so I wouldn't know how to parent. If anybody's watching right now, I would love if you ask me questions about, maybe tell me what you thought about the game, if you've played it, or if you've seen anybody else play it, and or ask me questions about the game, or anything else. Could be personal, not too personal, please, because then I'll start crying. Alright, gotta serve myself some more. There you go. I hope the stream isn't lagging too much, because it says here the stream is yellow. I don't know what that means. Right now it was saying it was in low health. Either way, back to the game. Well, either way, the art direction in this thing, holy, like everything is beautiful from the environment to the interactions with the environment. Like you can walk around in the snow and you'll see your footprints behind you. That's really advanced for video games. Like to get that kind of behavior takes so much programming. I don't know much about programming. I want to learn more. I'm learning more. I'm taking classes later this year to learn how to do it more. But that takes some like god level programming. It doesn't sound like much, but it's so pleasing to know how video games are progressing throughout the years. Like we started off with like boxy people and they were like, holy moly, this stuff is so good. Now sometimes you can't even tell the difference between the video game and movies. And that's why video games take so much time to make. What else? The music of this game. Music made by the director Bear McCreary. I hope I'm saying that right. Bear McCreary, he wrote the entire script, or the entire frick, I used to play music. How do I not remember what it's called? Well, either way, god damn it, what's it called? Well, he composed all the music for this game. And he wanted to be as accurate to Old Norse as he possibly could. He got like a band from Sweden, I believe it was. Well, not a band. Choir from Sweden. Or somewhere around there. I probably sound real stupid right now. But either way, he got them and their voices resonate through the song, like through the first one. I just saw an interview with him talking about like the music. No, not that. Don't do that. Yeah, I just saw an interview with him talking about the music, and he was talking about the first three notes in the song, like dee 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 dee. Well, either way, I continued, but you know what I'm talking about. The first three notes he said is like he just came up with the melody, and everything else came from there. He sent it to the people at Santa Monica Studios, I believe that was where it was. Yeah, Santa Monica or Sony. I'm not sure who he sent it to. He sent it to one of the two, and they messaged him back. I guess that's what it was, and they said this stuff is incredible. Like especially the first three notes, because he started talking about like a little bit of a Pavlov effect. When you hear those first three notes, you're like, holy shit, Kratos is here. And it started working. Like I noticed that when I was playing the game, every time I heard those first three notes, I was like, oh shit, Kratos about to freak stuff up. I need to watch my language because of YouTube. And that's going to be hard because I curse a lot. I mean, it's not like I monetize any of my stuff, but I want to eventually. What was I talking about? The music, yes. And the people that they got for it, like the female singer, if I can remember her name. I'll remember her name later, but yeah. Just, how do I say it? Her voice is haunting. You can feel the tragedy in her voice, if that makes sense. I mean, I kind of felt throughout the game that they were saying that the person singing was Faye. Faye would be Kratos' wife. I'm not sure if that appeared in any of the other God of Wars, but that's who it was in this game. Holy crap, I'm seeing a little circle on my stream. I'm not sure what that means. I really hope you guys can still hear me. I'm gonna write something on chat. Give me a second. Okay, I just wrote, can y'all hear me on the chat? Because I see that someone else is watching. I don't know, because I know one of them is me. Because I want to be able to see the chat. But it says that someone else is watching, unless YouTube is playing a trick on me again. Now it says the stream is in excellent health. And now it's in bad health again. Wonderful. Okay. Enough about my stream. It's yeah, if you guys can hear me at all, that'd be great. Just chat me up. Put something in the chat. I don't know how YouTubers do this. Probably with more alcohol. Just so if anybody's hearing, I don't condone drinking. I like to drink. I had a bottle of Jim Beam, waiting for me, and I made a nice cold pitcher of lemonade, and I decided, you know what, it'd be fun to combine both of them. All right. Well, I guess this is a good enough time to switch over to some nice old music. What's gonna come next is Pistols and Cut Glass by Wantala. You can find this on the Dead Music FC free music to use YouTube channel. So why don't y'all just sit back and enjoy while I have more drink, okay? When we come back, we'll talk about another game. We can talk about hell, let's talk about Bendy and the Ink Machine. Good little indie game that blew up. It's better than talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. I love the game, but the fan base ruined it. Okay, guys, here's Pistols and Cut Glass by Wantala.
save big.
Jeez, I almost accidentally put a commercial there for a bit. Let me mute that so I can prepare the next song. 3, 2, 1. All right. No, don't play the song yet. Okay. Well, I said let's talk about what was the next thing we were going to talk about. Bendy and the Ink Machine. Okay, I see someone else is watching. Hey, how you doing? Good to have you on the stream. I am 3 drinks in, 4 drinks, I don't know. If you're joining me drinking, I'm drinking some good old straight whiskey. Either way, yeah, I wanted to talk about Bendy and the Ink Machine by the Meatly. I believe that's who he was. But yeah, Bendy and the Ink Machine. I've played a few of the games myself. I played 1 through 3, I believe it was. Mostly because my my beautiful girlfriend got them for me as a birthday gift, I believe. I don't think it was an anniversary gift. What the actual fuck? Sorry if I'm acting a little strange. My computer is being really weird. But yeah, don't be shy. Go ahead and type something in the chat. I don't want to feel like I'm talking to myself. But yeah, if you guys have anything to say about the game or about me, like if you don't like my voice, at least tell me. But either way, Bendy in the Ink Machine was composed or designed by the Meatly and programmed by a guy called Mike Mood. That's a interesting name. So the whole story is you're playing this guy that goes back to a animating studio that he used to work at. Spoilers, by the way, in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you start playing the game as a guy called no. I forgot the name of the guy. Mike Schmidt. No, the fucking Mike Schmidt. Oh boy. Okay, Mike Schmidt is actually from Five Nights at Freddy's. I forgot the name of the guy, but either way, you go and visit a very Disney-esque cartoon animation studio. Very run down and broken. Place called Joey Drew Studios, because you're invited by your old colleague, boss, blah blah blah, called Joey Drew. And then some weird shit starts happening. You see ink stains all over the wall. The whole thing is very stylized, very pretty, you know. And God, I did not prepare a script for this. And whoever was watching is gone. Wonderful. Alright. Nice to know what... Okay. But, yeah. It's a good game. Very, very good game. Well, either way, the game is a survival horror that uses puzzle solving, environment exploration. But yeah, you come to the aid of Henry, or your character's name is Henry. There you go. Yeah, you start going through an abandoned studio. The whole thing is like a first-person view, limited. you're very limited on what you can do action wise. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially for something that's made on Unity. It looks really, really good for a game that's made on Unity. Like, I took a gaming class not too long ago, or like a couple months ago, and Unity, it doesn't necessarily look that good. Then again, we only had like half a month to make the game, so it didn't come out that good. But yeah, you solve puzzles by like gathering items or like fixing machinery, opening doors. But I think the cool thing about the game is that it tells you its lore through audio recordings, like these old cassette tapes. And I don't want to reveal too much about the story if you haven't played the game, because I think it's worth playing through to understand about the game, you know? But what I can tell you, even though that might not be a good thing, is that one of my favorite YouTubers is one of the characters. Well, not character, one of the voice recordings. He plays an Irish toy maker, an Irish toy maker for Joey Drew Studio. He's the one that makes all the like puppets, not puppets. I'm sorry, plushies and stuff like that. It's Jacksepticeye. He plays this character, and whoever was watching before came and left like real quick. Guess the sound of my voice ain't too appealing. Oh Jesus! Oh boy, that's not scary at all. The lights in my house are flickering, and that's some scary stuff. Oh boy. Okay. I messaged a lot of people to see if they wanted to see my stream, but apparently none of them are watching. I'm not sure if you guys can even hear me. Wow, that's a really lame question to ask. But, where was I? Oh yeah, the Meatly was mostly known for making little comic strips online. I was actually a fan of him from before. I didn't really know who he was, but I liked his stuff. Like, I've seen it on, like, 9gag and, like, what else? Well, yeah, mostly 9gag. I see a lot of 9gag when I'm bored. And I was like, this artist is funny, and his art is simple, but it's good, you know? And then I find out through my girlfriend, is like, hey, you heard about bending in the ink machine? I was like, yeah, I heard people talking about it. I heard like Markiplier and Shaq talking about it. And she just tells me, is like, oh yeah, the guy making it used to make these comic strips. And I was like, who the what? Really? And she was like, yeah, his name is the Meatly. And I was like, what? That's him? Yeah, you know what? But yeah, it was cool to find out that one of my favorite artists, well, not one of my favorite artists, it was one of my favorite comic book artists, comic strip artists, was making a video game. Because I don't remember if I mentioned in any of my playthroughs, I've wanted to make a game for a long time, which is kind of why I took a gaming class. Things are not going well, but hopefully they will soon. I haven't given up hope. I mean, Meatly did it, and apparently Bendy and the Ink Machine wasn't what they were going to start with. They were going to start with a different game, and things just sparked from an accident, you know? Most of the best things spark from an accident, like Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, stuff like that. But yeah, like I was saying, but some of the best things in the world are discovered by accident. I mean, the one of the sodas. I'm not gonna say which one because I don't want to sound stupid, because I'm probably gonna fuck it up. One of the sodas was meant to be cough syrup. I think it was Dr. Pepper. I'm not sure. And sorry if I stop talking every once in a while. I'm just responding to some of the people I messaged. But yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Dr. Pepper was supposed to be some cough syrup. I'm not sure what happened, but eventually it became the drink that we all know and love and stuff like that. And you know, hopefully I'm not the only one drinking tonight. Honestly, I have no reason to drink. My life's good. Got a decently paying job. Got myself a beautiful girlfriend. Hell, I'm looking at 3 different technologies that I have in front of me right now: a laptop, a desktop, and my phone. So I can't say that. Well, it's not like I'm not strapped with money, but I've been lucky. Been very lucky. I don't want to get sentimental. Shit. Dang it. I cursed again. Well, if I wanted to monetize this, yeah, that's not happening. Since that's down the drain, I might as well keep cursing. Fuck, fuck, fucking fuck, fuck. But yeah. We're 36 minutes in. At 42 minutes, I'll play another song. It's from the same channel, just a little more upbeat, and I hope you guys will like it. But if I continue talking about Bendy and the Ink Machine, the newest chapter just came out. It's supposed to be only 5 chapters long. The first one is Moving Pictures. Second one, Old Song. Third one, Rise and Fall. Fourth, Colossal Wonders. Each of them has their own theme: musical, mechanical, ink, I guess. Because Moving Pictures is the first one, and that's where you have to collect all the cog pieces for the ink machine that brings good old Bendy back to life. And I love watching how much this game has progressed, not only story wise but aesthetically. Like, the game started with just like the only jump scare, well, the only hardcore jump scare in the game, again, spoilers, is when Bendy comes out at the end, like in front of you, and is like, "What's that?" Like, you know. But apparently they've been updating this thing, and I played the first chapter again, and he has more movement. There's more depth into his character, more detail on him, and I'm like, wow, they're just not leaving it how it is. They're improving it. They're making it better. Like, I already enjoyed the game, but now, like, instead of just going and clicking and going and clicking like you used to do in games, well, in that game, now you can, like, well, same thing. You go and click, but you're facing enemies, you're facing bosses, you're hearing dialogues, you're seeing cutscenes. Like, the game didn't have that on Moving Pictures. It started having that in Old Song. Oh wait, someone else responded to me. But yeah, it's they didn't I think it was in Old Song. They had the first cutscene of the game. With one of the followers of Bendy, who he said he was the, I guess he was like the shepherd. Of the flock. He's the shepherd of the flock, and you know, the priest of the Church of Bendy, I guess you could say. And then afterwards, in like Rise and Fall, they introduce you to what I'm guessing is the main antagonist of the game, or at least one of the main antagonists, who you thought was Bendy in the first place. You thought the antagonist was Bendy. And it turns out that the antagonist might actually be a character called Alice Angel. And she has to be this errand boy. You meet a character called Boris the Wolf in Rise. At the end of Old Song, you meet him, and then you have more interactions with him in Rise and Fall. Like I think he helps you with things, or he just follows you around. I don't know. I watched someone else play this one. I didn't get to play it myself because my computer messed up. But yeah, and then afterwards he gets abducted by Alice at the end of Rise and Fall. And well, that hurt everybody anyway. And then the last one that showed up right now, Colossal Wonders. You're just figuring things out. Like, you find out that Joey Drew contracted this guy. Shit, if I can remember his name. Bertram Piedmont. I think that's what his name was. Yeah, he contracted this guy to make essentially Disneyland, which they called Bendyland. But he started getting jealous because he thinks of himself. He thinks of himself as this like incredible creator for the game, for amusement parks, and apparently he got insulted when Joey called him Bertie in front of people, investors, and he keeps saying it's like, "Oh, this Bendyland is my masterpiece, not yours, Joey." And I'm not sure what the whole story is, but I think he puts himself inside of a ride, and you essentially have to fight a carousel. But either way, the point is, at the end, yeah, at the end, what's it called? You find out that good old Boris has been Frankensteined. You know, he's no longer the good old Boris who we know and love, and you have to fight him to the death. There's a twist ending at the end of that fourth one, but I don't want to, you know, spoil all of it. You know, I'll spoil most of it, which I just did. But I don't want to spoil that twist ending. Okay, well, I've been blabbing about this game for a while now. Oh, that's not connected to this one. Okay, I've been blabbing about this game for a while now, so I'm gonna put the next song. All right. Well, this next song is The fuck? Is that my chair? Okay. Next song is Euphoria by Uplink and Jason Gewalt. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. But when we come back, this is probably going to be the last session. We can talk about, I don't know, you guys give me an idea. I'll think of something during the break, but yeah, I kind of really need to go to the bathroom. Either way, here is Euphoria by Uplink and Jason Gewalt. Hope you guys like it. Hope it's not too loud. And I'm enjoying my drink. Alright, guys. Give me a second, my thing's being weird. There we go. Well, I'm sorry about that. I think my stream had a little bit of an interruption there. But yeah. Next game, I thought I would have someone messaging me on the stream, but apparently not. Then again, it is almost 1 o'clock where I am, and probably most of the people are asleep. Excuse me. Since I'm running out of drink and running out of brain cells, let's talk about another game. The next game I want to talk about is Cuphead and Mugman. Yeah, Cuphead and Mugman was another game that I thoroughly enjoyed playing. I didn't get to finish it, again, because of my computer. Yeah, this game, Studio MDHR. And just so you know, I am reading this from a page. Excuse me. Jesus. Oh, I need to sneeze. Okay, but yeah, I am reading this from a page. At least the name, so I won't get anything wrong and insult anybody, you know. But let's mix it up and start with well, first let me talk about the plot of the game. You meet a character called Cuphead and his brother Mugman on a place called Inkwell Isles. They're two kids that love, well, having fun, being mischievous. You know how most kids are. They're being watched by a guy called Elder Kettle. Elder Kettle always warns them about stuff like don't do this, don't do that. But he especially warned them not to go to the Devil's Casino. But, you know, being the mischievous kids, apparently in this land, gambling is legal for kids their age. Which, I don't know what their age is. They could be like 30-year-old men, as far as I know. But they keep referring to them as kids, so I'm assuming they're kids. And so basically, they keep playing, and they do well for a long time. And then suddenly the devil himself comes out, and he's like, I bet you won't win another time. So they lose the bet, and, you know, because it's the devil, he's always got to cheat. He got to be cheating. But they lose the bet, and he's like, okay, now your souls are mine forever. They beg for their lives. They beg for mercy. And they're like, you know what? I got a lot of people who skipped out on their debt. How about you go collect those debts for me? And that's the whole game. Like, you're going out, you're a debt collector, essentially. You get magic liquid poured into your head, like I'm pouring into my body right now. Sorry, that's good stuff. Give me a second while I pour myself one last one. Ooh, that might have been a lot. Oh boy. Jesus, I gotta wake up early tomorrow. This is probably not the best time to do this, but oh well. I wanted to do it, and if I knew that if I did it another day, or if I said I'll do it another day, I'll never do it. I know myself too well. But what was I talking about? Yeah, and basically you can go down two different paths. Most of the game is the same throughout the entire thing. You knock people out in these super fun, like old cartoonish battles, which are beautifully drawn. Chad Moldenhauer being the artist for this game. I'm sure there was like many other artists, but he's the one I know. And the beautiful direction by Chad and Jared Moldenhauer. I wish I knew how to pronounce that name correctly. I'm pretty sure I did, but you know, I probably didn't. But the beautiful art direction for this game, it just made it feel like an old cartoon, you know, like something you always wanted to do. You're controlling an old cartoon. That's exactly how it feels, and it feels incredible. And frack. Jeez, what else could I talk about? But yeah, you can either give the soul contracts to the devil and, you know, you become his eternal minion. Or you can deny him the pleasure, I don't know, either sexual or I don't know how this works. I don't know how it works for him. That's his jam. But you deny him the pleasure of getting all the souls of all your neighbors from Inkwell Isle. And you have one final showdown with the devil himself. You beat him and you free all the other people that you brutally murdered throughout the entire game. And somehow they have no problem with it, you know? They're like, oh, cool, you freed us. I mean, you slaughtered us first, but, you know, it's all good. It's all good. You freed us. You know, the story is honestly a little half-baked, to be honest. But then again, this game, I don't think this game was supposed to have a story. This whole thing was originally supposed to be a boss run game. But then they started adding platforming levels and like stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to play. The game is hard. Yeah, I know a lot of people what they were saying, and they ruined it for this. They kept saying it's the Dark Souls of 2D platformers, you know. Yes, it's very hard. I wouldn't call it the Dark Souls of 2D platformers. Honestly, I think Bloodborne is a lot harder. But that's probably an unpopular opinion. But I play both, just so you know. Haven't gotten far. But either way, back to the Cuphead. The game has been anticipated for like 6 years. I can't remember too well. My brain has like two brain cells left in it. I don't know. Fuck. But yeah, I enjoyed the game a lot. Honestly, it was a lot of fun to see all these things come together. Cause if you ask a lot of people when I started animating, well, animating quote unquote, for a video game I was doing, I don't know how they animated, but I did frame by frame animation. Like, I like the fluid motion of frame by frame. You know, I was only able to do up to 30 frames, but, you know, it's better than no frames at all. But it was a whole lot of fun, you know? Like, drawing it frame by frame. It takes forever, don't get me wrong. It takes freaking forever. But it's worth it in the end. Like, the end result of all your hard work is so worth it. Fucking fruit fly that's... There's been a fruit fly flying around my screen for, like, the past hour. It's like he wants to join the stream too. I'm ruining his internet glory, you know, for all the one viewer that's seeing me, or probably none. Probably nobody's watching either way. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much, you know. Yeah, boy. Okay. What was I doing? Cuphead, yes. It's a good game. What else can I say? It's a good game. Just like I said about all the games I just talked about. I mean, like I said, I did no prior research. And so that's why I have nothing but good things to say about this game. About all the games I talked about. Whether it be Bendy, whether it be God of War, whether it be Cuphead. I like to say positive things about games. Yeah, I know that there's some crappy things, games. Like the first couple of Five Nights at Freddy's games. I've never been a fan of point and clicks. Well, not too much of a fan. Yes, I know. I played it a lot. You can see it on my channel. I am in it for the spoops. The spoops could stop my heart, probably. My girlfriend cannot play spoopy games. I tried to record something for her, kind of like a featuring, you know, itty bitty Iggy thing, you know. She punched my computer. It was very cute. We weren't dating at the time, but I liked her at the time. Still, I was like, holy shit, that was adorable. But either way, I can play spoopy games, but holy shit, I cannot sleep the night that same night. Like, I will be scared to freaking death to go to sleep. But FNAF, like the first couple of games, like the animations were so bad, honestly. Yeah, they were 3D animations, but afterwards when they started getting to the nightmare animations, those gave me nightmares. And I don't know if frack, my brain is too fried to remember his name. The creator of the game, I don't know if he like copped out and said the whole thing was a dream. I don't know, like, because there's supposed to be a couple things out. There's supposed to be the book, The Silver Eyes, the Freddy Files, the the other shit, the other books. I've read 2 of the books. I haven't read Freddy Files yet, but I think Freddy Files is just a walkthrough for the games, sort of. But the game is not. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. But it's not up to the hype that a lot of people put it through, you know? They keep saying that it's such a good game. Like, nothing can do better than this game. It's a point and click game. There's games like fucking. Even Fortnite has more gameplay than Five Nights at Freddy's. Story-wise, it has nothing. I mean, it's barely starting. Like, I wouldn't know because I haven't even paid to play the Save the World mode. I've just been doing Battle Royale. But even then, I still enjoy playing that more than I do Five Nights at Freddy's. And that's saying something because I enjoy playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Not all the time, mind you, because it's still scary shit. But I'm not much of a jump scare guy. That's why I like scary games that don't have to jump scare you to scare you. You know? I'm not sure if I'm making sense. How can I say it? Like subtle things, like you notice in the corner of your eye that you see something, but when you turn to look at it, it's not there. You know? I don't need something like, you know, that jumps out in front of you and scares the shit out of you. Yeah, that's fun every once in a while for haunted houses. For maybe not even movies, like just haunted houses. That's the only place where I feel like that would work. But I like games that just, like, from the music, from the environment, from the subtle hints, it makes you feel tense. It makes you feel suspenseful, I guess you could say. It makes you feel terrified of being there. Like the sensation you get from being at a place and then someone tells you, oh yeah, this place is haunted. And the entire duration of that game, of the time you're there, you're like, holy crap, what the fuck is gonna jump out at me? And nothing ever does, but you always feel like something's watching you. That's the kind of scary game I like. And I've seen a couple that can pull it off. But that will be a discussion for another time. I'm going to play one more song. And then that's it. This is Limitless by Electronomia. Also on the Dead Music FC channel. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna finish my drink.